pro wrestling exhibition requires discretionary viewer participation.
Hey, good evening to you, ladies and gentlemen of our worldwide viewing audience. We are in Allentown, Pennsylvania this evening for tonight's edition of Rwl Rage. We're glad to have you aboard. My name's Don Hickson, and I'm joined, as usual, by booking agent Myron Schimmelman and the lovely Christy Ogilvy. Christy, kudos to you on your replacing Buck Morton as ring announcer on Snarl. You were fantastic.
She sure was, Christy. Yeah, you were great. It's a good thing we gotta keep you in here, otherwise you'd be out there.
Aw, hey, thanks guys. I was just pinch hitting for the night. Eye out there, y'all. Now, in case you missed Snarl, haven't got to it yet, whatever. I'm unpacking the key details of Luna Vachon's crash out on Snarl and Irma Gerd. It's a crash out of epic proportions. Luna started out the night, and she sure as hell ended it too. It started unimpressively enough, with the Yankee Rose, Georgia, Washington, locking it up with Looney Luna in the opening match. Luna gets the win, and it's over. No big deal, everyone thought. But even as Luna Vachon stood in the ring after beating Georgia, she was already scheming what came next. Something that would rock Snarl's whole world. It started out small. Luna throwing around furniture, screaming her head off, threatening to, quoting here, kick everyone's, keister. But it elevated to physical violence backstage when Luna caught up with Caden Carter, and for no reason at all, viciously attacked her. Pretty soon, word started to get around backstage.
Out of the way for a while. It's Luna. She's gone like totally rogue. She's getting ready to tee off on anyone she sees, don't you understand?
Worry about your damn self, Georgia. So, check this. Stakey Rose says she's warning everybody Luna Psycho Pants is melting down.
I know, right? You can hear this dizzy winch all through the building. But yeah, thanks for the heads up. Since I got nothing else going on, guess I'll head it back to the hotel for the night.
We're back in during the break. It's broken out between Patty Powers and Luna
Patty
Vachon,
Powers
with
wouldn't
Luna
make it to
jumping
her
Patty
car,
as she was just
being
heading
jumped
to
by
her car,
Luna in the
and
parking
Luna's
garage.
ripped off Patty's jacket, and they've been at it for about half a minute already.
Woman Sean, as I said, could be in trouble here. Patty's finally gonna wear her down. Patty Powers catching some elbows to the midsection.
And then, just as Patty was getting the upper hand,
Whoa! Oh man, he hit her with the purple haze. It's like a green mist, but it's purple Patty Powers with the purple haze in her face, burning her eyes, no doubt.
blinded Patty with the purple haze, her twist on the green mist.
We have gone way past event security. The police are on their way. Oh man, face first into the grating. Patty Powers is in big trouble. Luna Vachon. Until the police get here, this is bad. This is real bad. Oh, man. Patty Powers is out, motionless.
And after leaving Patty laid out, she showed up at the end of Danielle Heathcote's main event win over Michelle McCool. Fair warning, fans, the footage is difficult to watch.
Liberty Bell Danielle is looking. Oh, no. Luna's made it past all the security and made her way out here to the ring. And I hope Danielle sees her before it's too late.
Rod Misai Sally, I told her not to do this.
I wish she had listened. Patty Powers is already in the doctor's office, waiting to be shipped to the hospital for treatment.
She's going under the ring for the hardcore toys. and Danielle doesn't seem to be able to respond in time. This is absolutely the most brutal rampage by any one wrestler, man or woman, that I've ever seen, and petite but deadly Luna Vachon has been a one-woman mom.
Luna's, oh, man, with the chair. How long's that been for? This is bad. Luna Vachon. Danielle's gonna have to be assisted out of here after that beating. Oh man, Wally, excuse me, I have to go now.
And the last update on this story, Patty Powers and Danielle Heathcote are both still in the hospital, but going home soon. And Patty will have her normal eyesight back in another day or two. Caden Carter will be okay. And Luna's suspended and has paid multiple fines.
I love the way you did that, Christy. It was like the end of Dragnet.
All right, you two. Our opening contest this evening. It is going to be a ladies division match. Sonya Deville going one-on-one against Next Gen's Rosita, accompanied by women's international champion and her tag team partner Angie Angel Guns.
Good evening, Allentown, and welcome to RWL Rage. Our first match, scheduled for one fall with a 15-minute time limit. Coming down the aisle, from Shamong Township, New Jersey, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Sonya Deville.
All right, Christy, so what do you got?
Gentlemen, if I might proceed. Sonya Deville has exactly 2 previous appearances. One 7 months ago against Jody Dvorak. But her other one is interesting. September 8th, 2023, Sonya was the first ever opponent of, get this, Liberty Belle Danielle. Sonya Deville was her tryout match. Well, this is her 3rd appearance, this time against Rosita, another genetic legacy. We usually only see Rosita in trio matches with Next Gen, but trust and believe, she knows her way around that ring like it's her dance floor.
Women's International Champion Angie Angel Guns, representing Next Gen. From Jalisco, Mexico, here is Rosita.
Well, sir, wow. We're so used to seeing Rosita together with Next Gen, with Angie and Sophie Spartan, that we forget her single entrance is something special. Then look at this over here. Another genetic legacy, but ironically not a member of the Guns family dynasty. Nope, Rosita, the daughter of Rod the Bod Whitley and LP Thunder of the Dream Girls, former ladies tag team champions a long time ago. And Rosita came into the business just like around 17, 18 years old. And that was, 10 years ago. Rosita is pistol hot these days. It's been a while since we've seen her in action in single competition, but she always cleans up in a tag trio with Angie and Sophie Spartan. But tonight, against Sonya Deville, well, I think she's got a lot more experience than Sonya Deville. Wow, what an entrance, huh? This is something special.
Tom Kanamura, the referee for this opening matchup. Sonya Deville and Rosita with Angie Angel Guns watching ringside. The ref sounds the bell. They lock up collar and elbow. Rosita catching a series of elbows from Sonya Deville. Deville counter whipped into the corner by Rosita. A running elbow takes Sonya Deville down to the mat. A rolling elbow fails to find the mark. Sonya Deville drives Rosita into the corner. Rosita counters with an elbow. A kick to the midsection. Rosita has her up. Oh, crashing gourd buster. A rolling elbow from Rosita. And a beautiful standing moonsault. Well, this young lady has certainly not lost her edge over time. Rosita taking Sonya Deville down to the canvas again. Referee checking the situation here, but Deville counters, and look at this beautiful move. Taking Rosita for a short ride here. Rosita quickly up a couple of kicks, but countered by Sonya Deville. Sonya escorting Rosita to the far left corner.
A shot to the wrist. Rosita counters and escapes the corner again. Sonya Deville into the corner again, but this time a step too fast for Rosita. And now Rosita being guided by Sonya Deville. Sonya pulling on the arm of Rosita against the ropes. Rosita whip. Oh, look at that. Sonya Deville missing her move. Still able to take advantage of Rosita. Up against the ropes. Rosita draped over the middle rope. A hard shot to the back from Sonya Deville. Oh, this is going to be unpleasant. A series of short kicks. Oh, this is just cruel. And Rosita collapses back inside the ring after that series of staccato kicks. Sonya Deville with a crashing elbow across the back of Rosita. Here is a cover with a hook of the leg. 1, 2. But no. Whoa, Sonya Deville was convinced she had it in the bag, but no. Rosita kicking out of the pin at 2. And Sonya Deville countered by Rosita. Back up on her feet. Delivers a stomp to the leg of Sonya Deville. Turns her back over. Tries it again. Catches a kick in the tail. Deville whips it into Tom Kanamura here. And look at this. Very quickly into a submission. But Rosita just as quickly turns it around and a kick to the back of Sonya Deville. A running drop kick. Just as quickly taking her down to the canvas. Here comes Rosita on the charge. Boom. A forearm. Dropping Sonya Deville to the mat again. Rosita missing with the rolling elbow. Sonya Deville takes her down. Sonya again going for the pin. A wise strategy, pinning early and often. Sonya Deville caught up. German suplex by Rosita. Rosita spins her around with a hard right, goes behind, and whoa! What a knee to the head there. A cover and a hook of the leg. 1, 2, 3. Rosita wrapping this one up fairly quickly.
Here's the time, 3 minutes and 43 seconds. And your winner, Rosita.
You know what? It could be another 7 months before we see Sonya Deville again. That was humiliating. Wow, Rosita was on fire tonight. Unbelievable.
Well, guys, just because she hasn't done a single match in an age doesn't mean Miss Rosita forgot how it's done. Sonya Deville just got schooled big time by La Rosita Roja. I said schooled, fans. That was some piece of work from Rosita.
Sure was.
She sure does move fast, but I guess when you're petite like that, it's an advantage. But damn, Sonya Deville got owned tonight. A solid opening match, gents.
It most certainly was, Christy. We'll be right back with more RWL Rage right after this. Alright fans, as RWL Rage continues, up next, Akira Tozawa. The Japanese superstar set to lock it up with the unpredictable anti-hero, Mad Dog Mark McKay.
Let me tell you, McKay's doing really good for himself lately.
The next match, scheduled for one fall, with a 15-minute time limit. Introducing first, from Tokyo, Japan, weighing in at 189 pounds, here's Akira Tozawa.
Well, we recently saw Shinsuke Nakamura in single competition, and tonight his tag team partner, Akira Tozawa, also in single action against Mad Dog Mark McKay. And as you indicated, Myron, Mad Dog McKay has been quite hot of late. His most recent win over Latino Heat Eddie Guerrero, and he's going into this match with Tozawa completely confident of racking up yet another win in his record book.
There's no reason he couldn't do it. You know, when I offered him this match, he was skeptical. He didn't think Tozawa was going to be, a worthwhile opponent. But I managed to convince him. I think they're going to give us a great match.
Given that both Tozawa and Mad Dog Mark McKay tend to deliver very good quality matches, there's no reason not to think so.
And his opponent, along with Miss Morse X,
Mad Dog McKay and his inseparable shadow, Miss Morse X. I don't know whether or not she has any effect on McKay's performance in the ring, but the attachment to him is, well, just a little creeperific. But forgot about that. McKay has racked up a string of wins, and I think he can more than handle Akira Tozawa, so long as he doesn't allow Tozawa to keep him on the canvas for too long.
Yeah, if he does that whole martial arts karate chopsaki thing that Tozawa does, he'll just cut him to pieces.
You know, you two, I see them almost every week, and I can't help but wonder, who is Miss Morse X under that mask, and what hold does she have over Mad Dog Mark McKay? Alright, well, Mad Dog McKay hot off a win over Eddie Guerrero. Let's see what he can make of Akira Tozawa in this matchup. Tom Katamura sounds the bell. They come center ring. They lock up collar and elbow. McKay immediately taking the initiative here with Akira Tozawa. A hard left to the side of the head and another. Mad Dog McKay. Well, now biting the head of Akira Tozawa. Well, I'm pretty surprised by that. Mad Dog Mark McKay certainly living up to the name. Drops the leg on the arm of Akira Tozawa. Mad Dog Mark McKay very aggressive in the early goings and rallying the fans for support here in Allentown. A rolling elbow across the back of Akira Tozawa. Mad Dog Mark McKay whips Tozawa over the top rope out onto the floor with some degree of force. Mad Dog Mark McKay up on the top turnbuckle, perched like a vulture. Here he goes, boom! Forearm right across the head of Akira Tozawa. McKay catches a kick from Tozawa. Counters with a kick, does McKay, and a hard a crippling right hand from Mad Dog Mark McKay. Tozawa, quick with the counter, goes behind and pitches Mad Dog Mark McKay towards the barricades. McKay catches a forearm from Akira Tozawa on the outside. Tom Katamura has already engaged the count. And Akira Tozawa apparently going to take his time on the outside with Mad Dog Mark McKay for as long as he can. Drives a knee right into the head of Mad Dog Mark McKay. And whoa! What a shot right there from Akira Tozawa. Some of that martial arts stuff coming into play here. Oh, wow. Beautifully done off the top rope by Tozawa. Here's a cover and a hook of the leg. 1, 2. A near fall. A 2 count. Akira Tozawa back on the attack immediately. A kick to the midsection of Mad Dog Mark McKay. McKay, what a slam. Here's a cover. 1, 2, and another near fall. What a finisher from Akira Tozawa. I thought that would have been it, but now we're on the outside. Mad Dog Mark McKay with a German suplex on Akira Tozawa. Tozawa catching knuckles to the temple on the outside here from Mad Dog Mark McKay. And the momentum has shifted back and forth quite a bit already. Tozawa rolled back into the ring by McKay. McKay right there in hot pursuit, delivering a stomp to the leg and then a stomp to the other. Tozawa counters quickly back up on his feet. Locks it up with Mad Dog Mark McKay. McKay again with the upper hand. Swing, ding, neck breaker right there. Here's a cover from McKay. 1, 2, and almost a 3. McKay can't believe it. Quite frankly, neither can I. That looked awfully close to a 3 count. Tozawa catches a back body drop from McKay. A hard kick to the back. Mad Dog Mark McKay takes himself all the way up to the top turnbuckle. He goes air. Big cross body right across. 1, 2. Another near fall. That has got to be extremely frustrating for McKay. Miss Morse X urging on Mad Dog Mark McKay here. Over the top rope, another cross body. to Akira Tozawa. McKay rolls Tozawa back in the ring, and he is firmly in control at the present time. Akira Tozawa, this one slipping away from him rapidly. Tozawa whipped to the far left corner, quickly counters with an elbow, gets himself out of the corner, gets a hold of McKay. Sets him up against the ropes, a chop across the chest. Drapes the leg over the rope, and he is tugging for all he's worth here. Mad Dog Mark McKay. Rounded up by Tozawa into an abdominal stretch. He's going to try and wear McKay down, but no McKay. Counters, look at this, wow. What a beautiful counter from Mad Dog Mark McKay. Misses with the kick. Tozawa connects with the clothesline. Follows it up with a second one. Swing and a miss from McKay. And down goes Mad Dog Mark McKay at the hands of Akira Tozawa. Tozawa whips McKay to the far left corner. McKay counters, finds his way out of danger here. Gets a hold of Tozawa, pitches him up against the ropes now. Sets him up and whoa, back suplex to Akira Tozawa. McKay getting ready to go airmail here again on an elbow right across the chest of Akira Tozawa. McKay gathers him up again. Hard kick to the midsection. Sets him up, neck breaker. And Akira Tozawa is out motionless as McKay gets ready to take the dive again. Another high risker, but whoa, he missed on that one. Akira Tozawa stepping out of the way. What a shot from Tozawa. Followed up with, oh, what a shot. Rebound off the ropes. Here's the cover. 1, 2, and again another near fall, this time for Tozawa. Akira Tozawa has to stay on top of McKay here. He is rallying the fans. Here in Allentown, he's already busted open from this one. A hard shot to the head of McKay. Akira Tozawa sets it up, rebounds off the ropes. Low drop kick to Mad Dog Mark McKay. A stomp to the shoulder from Akira Tozawa. A kick to the back. Miss Morse X has to be a little concerned at this juncture. Akira Tozawa setting it up again. Another rebound off the ropes. Another basement drop kick to the side of the head of Mad Dog Mark McKay. And now it's McKay on the receiving end of the bad business here. A couple of hard kicks. Takes McKay down. His leg wouldn't hold him up anymore. Tozawa, a clubbing overhand right. From behind, winds up the arm. Oh, hard forearm to McKay. Tozawa gathers him up. Kick to the midsection. And he's going to set him up for it again. And there it is. Oh, what a devastating flipping slam from Akira Tozawa. Tozawa with a hard right. Locks up McKay. McKay whipped to the rope. Tozawa ducks under. Leapfrogs it. And whoa, look at this. McKay counters with a clothesline. He put the brakes on a quick hard right. Spins Tozawa around. McKay with a headlock punch to Akira Tozawa. Miss Morse X rallying him on. McKay locks in a heel hook stretch on Akira Tozawa. And once again, the tables have quickly turned in this matchup. This time in favor of Mad Dog Mark McKay. He's going to maintain that heel hook stretch on Akira Tozawa. McKay back up on his feet first. Snaps the leg on Tozawa. He is wearing out the left leg of Akira Tozawa. There's a fist drop right to the top of the dome. Akira Tozawa on the ropes here. A hard left from Mad Dog Mark McKay. McKay again fighting Akira Tozawa. Hangs him up off the top rope. Down he goes. Covering a hook of the leg. 1, 2, 3. This one's a wrap. Mad Dog Mark McKay chalking up another win.
Here's the time, 8 minutes and 28 seconds. And your winner, Mad Dog Mark McKay.
And so you can chalk up another win for Mad Dog Mark McKay without even so much as a scratch on that self-professed handsome face as he will tell you, and Akira Tozawa, as hard as he fought, all it took was one moment, one unguarded moment for Mad Dog Mark McKay to exploit the mistake, and he sure did. Mad Dog McKay picking up a win. We'll be back with more RWL Rage right after the break. Fans, as we continue, singles competition up next. The lightning fast one, Tony Dangerous, throwing his hat into the ring against the Sectarians, against the Gothic grappler, Eason Valor.
This next match, scheduled for one fall with a 15-minute time limit. Introducing first, from Statinopolis, weighing in at 195 pounds, the lightning-fast Tony Dangerous.
As Tony Dangerous indicated in a recent interview, he is bringing in some new people. But for now, he is on his own this evening against the Gothic grappler, Eason Valek. Whatever new thing Tony's got in mind, we'll probably be seeing it fairly soon.
I think it's going to be a fairly even match. Valek, well, his weird stuff aside, he's talented. And Tony Dangerous, well, we all know. He's fast, he's high flying. It's going to be a terrific match.
And his opponent, representing the Sectarians, and joined at ringside by Amanda Robinson, from Kill Devil Hills, North Carolina, weighing in at 215 pounds, Eason Valek.
And who is this fool? This Tony Dangerous? Is this who dares to challenge the Sectarians, to resist the inevitable darkness? Well, more the fool you then. Eason Valek will take you apart bit by bit. He shall make an example of you, so you seek to become a hero. Do you? Well, remember this then. Heroes die.
Well, here we go again, ladies and gentlemen. The Sectarians, up to their old tricks. Psychological warfare, if you like, but this is deeply disturbing as usual. Eason Valek set to face Tony Dangerous in this matchup, and I'm not sure if the psychological warfare is going to work on the lightning fast one. The lightning fast one against one of the Sectarians' Princes of Darkness. Well, it doesn't get much more comic book than this. Referee Tom Kanamura sounds the bell. They come center ring. Valek with a hard right hand to Tony Dangerous. Goes behind on him. Reverse Hurricane Rana. Spinning Tony Dangerous around like a top. Tony counters with a kick to the head. Follows it up with a stomp to Valek. Misses with the rolling elbow. Valek rolling out of the way just in time. Fails to connect with the dropkick. Tony Dangerous with a neck breaker drop on the Gothic grappler. Rebound off the ropes. Tony flying crossbody. Misses with the stomp. Valek sets it up. Look at this wheelbarrow DDT to Tony Dangerous. A moonsault from Eason Valek. Valek, one of the more agile members of the Sectarians. A very fast cruiserweight. There's a spit out. Here's a pin. Look at this with a cover one. With the hook of the leg, but Tony Dangerous kicking his way out. Tony outside on the apron. Eason Valek pacing like a caged animal here. A hard right to the side of the head of Tony Dangerous. Valek sets it up, hangs him up off the middle rope, and out to the floor tumbles the lightning fast Tony Dangerous. Eason Valek gathers Tony up. Tony, whoa! Slammed head first, and whoa, a drop kick to the side of the head from Valek. Valek fails to connect with the moonsault. Tony Dangerous hurt his knee, but manages to evade disaster here. Tony rolls Valek back inside the ring. over the top rope, but Valak right there with a Hurricane Rana to Tony Dangerous. And Ethan Valak quickly going for a cover. One. But just a one. So far, Amanda Robinson not directly involving herself in the matchup up to this point. Tony Dangerous spun into the corner by Valak. Here he comes. And a devastating drop kick from Ethan Valak and another cover. One. But only a one again. But Valak pinning early and often off the bottom rope, fails to connect with a moonsault, misjudged the distance somehow, but a set of kicks to the head of Tony Dangerous, a rebound off the rope from Tony, and a wheelbarrow bulldog from the lightning fast one. Tony rebounds off the middle rope, another flying crossbody from the resident superhero of RWL. Tony Dangerous sets it up here, whoa. Valak draped over the middle rope. Here comes Tony Dangerous. And boom, a little 619 action from Tony Dangerous. The fans here in Allentown. Look at this. Amanda Robinson's been busy with that turnbuckle. Tony Dangerous. Whoa, that was beautiful. Just did a dive right there. But the referee distracted by the turnbuckle, disengaged by Amanda Robinson, out of our camera view, no doubt. Valak rolls to the outside, comes back in. Look at this. Whoa, another wheelbarrow bulldog, this time from Ethan Valak. Valak whips Tony to the ropes, makes the duck under, leapfrogs it, and whoa, the drop kick doesn't find it, but Tony's does, and down goes Ethan Valak, the Gothic grappler, losing the momentum here, and it has gone back and forth quite a bit between these two. Tony Dangerous decides against the high-risk maneuver, catches an elbow to the midsection from Valak. Valak rebounds off the ropes, gets a hold of him, and here's the Hurricane Rana. Tony Dangerous goes for the ride here. Here's Valak with the cover again. 1, 2. Again, only a 2, says referee Tom Kanamura. Tony Dangerous in over the top rope. Valak right there waiting for him. Takes him to the corner, head first into the turnbuckle. Tony Dangerous introduced to the buckle yet again by Ethan Valak. Valak calling for it. Here we go. Running bulldog out of the corner. Tony crashes center ring. Valak off the top rope. Moonsault fails to connect. Tony Dangerous one step ahead on that one. A stomp to the arm of Ethan Valak. Tony Dangerous with a standing drop kick takes Valak down to the canvas again. Tony Dangerous getting ready to fly one more time here. Here we go. Cross body. Here's the cover and the hook of the leg. 1, 2, 3, and that is all.
Here's the time, 4 minutes and 57 seconds. And your winner, Tony Dangerous.
Well, the threats from the sectarians turning out to be the usual smoke and mirrors as far as Tony Dangerous is concerned. The lightning fast one picking up a win over the Gothic grappler Ethan Valak. A well-earned win, I might add. Ladies and gentlemen, we've still got a whole lot more RWL Rage to cover, and we'll be back with more of it right after this brief intermission.
Every October for a decade it has come, rapidly infecting the blood of its victims, affecting the hearts and minds of those it touches, an all-consuming obsession to be part of a collective whole. This October it returns again as it has for 10 years. RWL Halloween Brawl starts October 27th right here on the RWL YouTube channel.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, to wrap up the first hour of tonight's RWL Rage Tag Team action, the Rage Tag Team Championship on the line as Oliver Hollywood and Tommy Wilcox defend the titles from Niles Wickhauser and Ballarat Jack Jones, the United Kingdoms.
Can you even begin to imagine what Tex would say about the music? I wonder if it reminds him of Christmas.
I have no idea, Myron, but it reminds me of Masterpiece Theater. The United Kingdoms, Niles Wickhauser and Ballarat Jack Jones, who don't see too many opportunities for championship goals, but here's one tonight, up against Wilcox and Hollywood, and they have definitely got an opportunity. They are motivated and they have what they need, the tools required to take down Tommy Wilcox and Oliver Hollywood if they have a will to do it.
Now, when push came to shove, Wilcox and Hollywood, hey, they would do for this title defense. They had to have somebody, and well, not for nothing, but it's been a long time since the United Kingdoms have had a title opportunity. So, it's a great matchup. It's one you don't see every day.
Nonetheless, despite a sizable size and weight advantage on the part of the United Kingdoms, Oliver Hollywood and Tommy Wilcox are heavily favored to retain the Rage Tag Team Championship titles tonight.
Excuse me?
Well, perhaps Wilcox and Hollywood, taking their team name somewhat in cheek. It does sound like a corner somewhere in Hollywood, doesn't it?
I tell you, for somebody who's facing the United Kingdoms for the first time, they don't look terribly concerned, do they?
They most certainly do not. The Bad Orange Man, the Cocoa Beach Wonderkin Tommy Wilcox and Oliver Hollywood, along with the Fairfield Fox Faye Crawford, who no doubt had her hand to play in this matchup.
It's the first time I've ever heard Pico and Sepulveda used as a wrestling entrance theme. I think I'm gonna have a stroke.
This next match, one fall, with a 20-minute time limit, is for the Rwl Rage Tag Team Championships. Introducing first the challengers, at a combined weight of 532 pounds, from Wolverhampton, UK, Niles, the Wickhauser, and from Victoria, Australia, Ballarat Jack Jones, the United Kingdoms. Their opponents accompanied by the Fairfield Fox Faye Crawford, at a combined weight of 410 pounds, from Cocoa Beach, Florida, Tommy Wilcox, and from Los Angeles, California, Oliver Hollywood, the Rage Tag Team Champions, Wilcox and Hollywood.
All right, Tommy and Ollie primed and ready for this tag team title defense against the United Kingdoms, and it's definitely gonna be a tough challenge for Tommy Wilcox and Oliver Hollywood. Niles Wickhauser and Wilcox starting off as Willie Johnson sounds the bell. So Tommy Wilcox right away gets a hold of Wickhauser, whips him into the corner, tags him with a right to the midsection. Tommy Wilcox with a kick to the calf of Niles Wickhauser. Wilcox whips Wickhauser to his corner. Tommy Wilcox drives his head into the turnbuckle again. Niles Wickhauser catches a chop across the chest. Look at that, that was beautiful. Off the top rope, beautiful maneuver from the Cocoa Beach Wonderkin. Wilcox whips Niles Wickhauser back to his team's goal. Whoa, a shot from Oliver Hollywood that put him down on the mat. And speaking of Oliver Hollywood, here he comes now. And a beautiful moonsault right out of the gate from Oliver Hollywood. Off the top rope moonsault. Here's a cover. One. But Ballarat Jack Jones right there to ruin it. Oliver Hollywood with a grip on Wickhauser. Wickhauser counters, drives a knee into the chest of Oliver Hollywood, goes after Tommy Wilcox as well.
A set of 10 count punches to Tommy Wilcox. Oliver Hollywood back on his feet out of the corner, gets a hold of Niles Wickhauser. Look at this octopus stretch from Oliver Hollywood, but Wickhauser counters into a sidewalk slam. Niles Wickhauser with a wrist clutch boot to the face. Here's a cover from Wickhauser. 1, 2. Only a 2. Niles Wickhauser rounds up Oliver Hollywood. Fake Crawford looking on as Wickhauser goes to work on Oliver Hollywood in his team's corner. The United Kingdoms with a massive opportunity here. Oliver Hollywood hung up on the top rope by Niles Wickhauser. Wickhauser whips Ollie to the corner. A counter from Oliver Hollywood. And Hollywood catches some elbows from Niles Wickhauser. Wickhauser with some knees and kicks and elbows and a shot that puts Hollywood down on the canvas. Wickhauser gathers him up again, pitches him into the United Kingdom's corner. A kick to the ribs. Here comes Ballarat Jack for the first time. Double team whip, double shoulder tackles as Ballarat Jack takes over. A set of hard right hands and a stomp to the midsection for Oliver Hollywood, followed up with another. Ollie takes Ballarat Jack down to the mat. Snaps the leg on the angry Aussie. Off the top rope moonsault. Catches him across the back. Ollie covers here. 1. Only just a 1, says referee Willie Johnson. Oliver Hollywood. Wrist clutch kick to the head of Ballarat Jack Jones as Tommy Wilcox takes over. An elbow right to the face of Ballarat Jack. A fist drop from Wilcox. Wilcox and Hollywood working very efficiently as a team. To think they did not want to be a tag team initially, but look at them now. Wilcox and Hollywood at the top of the pile here. Ballarat Jack catches a clothesline from Tommy Wilcox. Wilcox going after Niles Wickhauser. Outside on the apron with him and slams him down on the lip of the apron. Wilcox rolls himself back in, gets a hold of Ballarat Jack from behind. And what an uppercut across the back of Ballarat Jack Jones. Ballarat Jack escapes the corner, gets a hold of Wilcox, and what a clothesline. Ballarat Jack turning his attention to Oliver Hollywood for just a second. Wilcox misses with the dropkick. Ballarat Jack gonna make him pay for the mistake. There's a forearm. A beautiful move. Oh, what a beautiful shot from Ballarat Jack Jones. Ballarat Jack whips Wilcox to the UK's corner, sits him up on the top turnbuckle. Whoa! And one hard right hand drops him to the outside on the wrong side of town. Niles Wickhauser gonna take care of him for a little while. Ballarat Jack goes after Oliver Hollywood, tags him with a couple of shots. Wilcox rolled back inside the ring as Niles Wickhauser takes over for his team. Again, the Rage Tag Team Championships hanging in the balance here as Niles Wickhauser gathers up Tommy Wilcox. Wilcox whipped into the corner, counters with an elbow, gets a hold of Niles. A Russian leg sweep from Tommy Wilcox, who goes after Ballarat Jack as well. Turns his attention back to Wickhauser. Wickhauser catches him with a knee across the head. And here comes Ballarat Jack Jones again. Ballarat Jack off the rope, flying kick, takes Wilcox down to the canvas. Jack covers. 1. But just a 1. Oh, Ballarat Jack becoming frustrated here. A soccer kick to the side of the head of Tommy Wilcox. The United Kingdoms appearing to run out of patience here, as Wilcox and Hollywood have proven to be a rather tough nut for the boys to crack. Ballarat Jack tags in Niles Wickheiser. A double team shot to the ribs as Wickheiser takes over for his team. Head first into the buckle goes Wilcox. And Ballarat Jack tagged right back in again. Ballarat Jack Jones with a kick to the ribs of Tommy Wilcox. Wilcox counters. Puts Ballarat Jack into the corner. Jack counters. Wilcox counters with a kick to the midsection. And whoa, he is fired up. The crowd in Allentown firmly behind Wilcox and Hollywood here in this title defense. DDT to Ballarat Jack Jones, who rolls to the outside. He don't want no more, at least for the moment. Tommy Wilcox urging him to bring it in. Whoa, he did not wait over the top rope. Wilcox turning himself into a human missile, taking down Ballarat Jack Jones. There's a super kick right to the chin of Ballarat Jack Jones, and Tommy Wilcox has spent a great deal of energy. He is just taking a moment to catch a breather here as Ballarat Jack Jones counts the ring lights. Wilcox rounds him back up, gets a hold of him. Fisherman suplex on the outside. Willie Johnson has been counting this entire time. Ballarat Jack rolled it back inside the ring. Tommy Wilcox. Well, a little bit of athleticism there from Wilcox, the Cocoa Beach wonderkind, as Niles Wickheiser is tagged in. Wilcox with another fisherman suplex, this time to Niles Wickheiser. Wickheiser caught up with that beautiful judo-style arm drag. Faye Crawford looking supremely indifferent. She appears quite confident. Wilcox and Hollywood are going to retain here. 1, 2. And they almost did just then. But Niles Wickheiser kicking out at 2. Wilcox again. Ever the daredevil, the Cocoa Beach wonderkind going air over the top rope. Extremely high-risk maneuver, but paying off with dividends. Niles Wickheiser on the outside as the referee starts the count all over again. Wilcox gets a hold of Wickheiser, rolls him back inside the ring. Niles tags in Ballarat Jack. Tommy Wilcox changes his mind, catches a knee to the head from Ballarat Jack, the angry Aussie. Tags Wilcox with a right, a series of running forearms. Ballarat Jack Jones with Wilcox up in the fireman's carry position. Escorted towards the corner, head first into the turnbuckle. Down goes he. Oh, here we go. Ballarat Jack with a cover. 1, 2. Almost new tag team champions there for a hot second. Ballarat Jack misses with the moonsault. Wilcox goes for the cover quickly. 1, 2. And yet another near fall in this matchup. What an intense matchup we have had here so far. The Rage Tag Team Championships on the line. Wilcox and Hollywood defending against the United Kingdoms as Oliver Hollywood comes in. Look at this beautiful tilt-a-whirl here from Hollywood. Hollywood going after Wickheiser as well. Turns his attention back to Ballarat Jack Jones. Jones whipped to the ropes. Oh man, Hollywood with the... Oh, he got caught up and catches a stomp to the lower abdomen from Ballarat Jack. Ballarat Jack catching Oliver Hollywood out there in the midst of all that athleticism, and it wound up not paying off. Ballarat Jack twisting the arms on Oliver Hollywood, drives a pair of knees into his lower back for good measure. Here comes Niles Wickheiser again. Whoa! Caught a wicked kick to the face right there. Oliver Hollywood, a seasoned veteran in tag team wrestling, former partner to American Supreme Matt Clark, among others. Wilcox with a running dropkick to Niles Wickheiser. Here's another cover. 1, 2. But again, no, just the 1, says referee Willie Johnson. Wilcox. Whoa, a devastating right to Niles Wickheiser. Here comes Oliver Hollywood again. Wickheiser rolls out of the way here. Oliver Hollywood has him up in the fireman's carry. Head first into the turnbuckle goes Niles. And Oliver Hollywood catches a kick to the back from Wickheiser. A running, flying punch from the Wick, who turns it over to Ballarat Jack Jones on the tag. Gets a hold of Oliver Hollywood. Whip to the ropes, up and right down into a hard right hand. Ballarat Jack and Niles playing a little game of musical chairs here. Tommy Wilcox watching intently from his corner as Oliver Hollywood makes his way back inside the ring. Wickheiser with a wicked kick to the head. And yes, he is pumped up. A huge chance, one that doesn't come along all that often for the United Kingdoms. A chance at tag team gold. And they have been fighting viciously here. Oliver Hollywood whipped into the UK's corner. Ollie set up in the tree of woe by Niles Wickheiser. Ollie quickly counters with a kick to the head, turns it all around, and a beautiful tilt-a-whirl, sending Niles Wickheiser for a ride, followed up with a moonsault and a pin. 1. Only just a 1, but a beautiful display by Oliver Hollywood. Hollywood, the son of Mr. Showtime Jeff Hollywood, who dominated RWL in the late 90s and early 2000s. Here comes Tommy Wilcox again on the tag. And Wilcox stalking Wickheiser. Wickheiser says, oh no you don't. Drives a knee right into the shelf of the jaw of Tommy Wilcox. Wilcox whipped into the UK's corner, catches the clothesline down. He goes. Here comes Niles with the cover. 1. A great many near falls, a great many momentum shifts in this title matchup, which is now well over halfway done. Wilcox slammed head first into the turnbuckle with a little extra zest by Niles Wickheiser. A series of running knees. Down goes Wilcox. Wilcox fighting it back. Look at this. Slams down Niles Wickheiser. There's a stomp to the head. And a fist drop from Tommy Wilcox. An elbow right to the top of the skull. Rebound off the ropes. Leg drop across the throat of Niles Wickheiser. Off the middle rope moonsault. Tommy Wilcox moving like lightning. Here comes Oliver Hollywood again. And Niles Wickheiser is counting the ring lights. Oh, look at that. That was beautiful by Hollywood. Cover 1, 2. Again, real close, but close doesn't make it. Wickheiser still recovering here as Oliver Hollywood gaffs on the moonsault, but catches Wickheiser with a double axe handle, indicating to the fans that he is okay. Wickheiser slams him down to the canvas again, quickly going for the pin. 1. The UK's clearly aware of what is on the line here. They are pinning at every single opportunity. A series of kicks to the head of Oliver Hollywood as Niles Wickheiser pours it on here, tries to turn it around, tries to put out the fire for Wilcox and Hollywood and gain those Rage Tag Team titles for the United Kingdoms. Ballarat Jack Jones brought back in on the tag here. Oliver Hollywood catches a shot to the ribs. Ballarat Jack yanking on the arm of Oliver Hollywood. Rebounds off the ropes, flying punch from Ballarat Jack. Ballarat Jack Jones rounds up Hollywood, whips him into the UK's corner. Ballarat Jack gonna take it himself. Off the middle rope, kick right to the face of Oliver Hollywood. Here's a cover, one. Just a one. Ballarat Jack Jones starting to get a little bit frustrated, and why not? Time is running out. A stomp to the face of Oliver Hollywood. Ballarat Jack rebounds off the ropes. Another soccer kick to the side of the head of Oliver Hollywood. And while they are defending fiercely, they are also taking a great deal of punishment at the hands of the United Kingdom. Oliver Hollywood in trouble on the wrong side of town as Niles Wickheiser comes in. Here comes a double team from the UK's. Uh-oh, look at this. A spike tombstone. Oh, Oliver Hollywood has to be done right here. Wickheiser covers one. Tommy Wilcox right there, and if he wasn't, it was probably the end right there. A tandem spike pile driver as Ballarat Jack is tagged in. Oliver Hollywood whipped into the corner again, a hard right, counters. Ballarat Jack gets a hold of him, takes him around. Oh, look at this right here. Oh, what a kick right to the top of the dome of Ballarat Jack. Wow, beautiful one-arm suplex, a driving knee into the back of the angry Aussie as Wilcox comes in and takes over. Ballarat Jack Jones catches an elbow to the back. The Cocoa Beach Wonderkin tuning up the band here. Here we go. Bad news time for Ballarat Jack. Super kick right to the shelf of the jaw. And Wilcox is not done yet. Kick to the midsection. Rebound off the ropes. Driving knee to the head. Another rebound to the clothesline. Takes down Ballarat Jack. Here's another cover. But Niles Wickheiser there to ruin the party. Oliver Hollywood brought in on the tag again. We are running out of time. Less than 2 minutes to go. A heel hook stretch from Oliver Hollywood on Ballarat Jack Jones. Ballarat Jack in trouble again. Oliver Hollywood stretching the leg of Ballarat Jack. Hollywood snaps the leg, adding insult to injury here. Hollywood getting ready to go air. Here we go. Oh! Ballarat Jack quickly out of the way here. Look at this. Up over the shoulders. Hollywood sets him up. Small package with a pin. 1, 2, 3, and roll with, oh man, a buzzer beater.
Here's the time, 19 minutes and 24 seconds. Your winners and Still Rage Tag Team Champions, Wilcox and Hollywood.
Wow, just hot damn, you guys. That was unbelievable. I was sure, totally sure, we were getting a time limit draw. But Oliver Hollywood wrapped up Ballarat Jack in the small package for the 3 count, with no Niles Wickheiser to save his bacon. Another successful buzzer beater title defense. Anyone who says Wilcox and Hollywood don't deserve their spot at the top is either a dope or a liar. Fans, that's the first half done tonight. But please don't go too far away, because the second half is coming up in just a couple of minutes.